time. Minister Halligan.
Thank you, Las Concorla, and it's a great pleasure for me to be here on the second occasion speaking on this very important bill, the Consumer Protection Gift Vouchers Bill. I already spoke on it in private members. I think it was introduced by Fianna Fáil. I move that the bill now be read the second time. The bill proposes to amend the Consumer Protection Act 2007 to provide additional protections for consumers who receive gift vouchers. There are few people, either inside or outside of this House, who have not given or received a gift voucher at some point. Industry estimates suggest that the annual value of gift voucher sales in Ireland is in the region of 600 million. A survey undertaken by the Competition and Consumer Protection Commission in 2014 found that 41% of the consumers surveyed had purchased gift vouchers in the previous 12 months. It is clear, therefore, that the appropriate regulation of gift vouchers is an issue which impedes and impacts a huge number of people. However, at present there is no specific legislation dealing with gift vouchers. This bill proposes that, first, that gift vouchers must have an expiry date of not less than 5 years from the date on which the voucher was issued. A trader who supplies a gift voucher must also provide information on its expiry date on a durable medium such as a paper or email. At present, expiry dates for gift vouchers can vary widely from as little as 6 months and sometimes up to 10 years. In the retail sector, expiry dates for vouchers issued by large retailers are typically for 2 years from either the date of purchase or of the last use. In the hospitality and travel sectors, an expiry date of 1 year is common. Research undertaken in 2013 and 2014 by the then National Consumer Agency found that between a quarter to a half of consumers had let a gift voucher expire at some point without using it. In some cases, this happened because the voucher was lost or probably forgotten about. In other cases, however, consumers have found themselves unable to use a gift voucher because the voucher had expired before the consumer went to redeem it. It is entirely wrong that consumers should find themselves unable to use a gift voucher because of an unreasonable restrictive expiry date imposed by the business that issued the voucher. The 5-year minimum term for gift vouchers provided for in the bill, I believe, strikes a fair balance, and also in Minister Humphrey's view, between the right of the consumers to get what they are sometimes someone close to them have paid for, and the need of businesses for commercial certainty. The Minister notes that in response to her department's public consultation of July 2018 on gift vouchers, Retail Ireland, which represent retailers with over 3,000 outlets throughout Ireland, stated that it was not opposed to the proposed 5-year term of gift vouchers. Chamber Ireland, which represents 43 affiliated chambers throughout the Republic, individually indicated that 5 years was a reasonable minimum term for gift vouchers. Minister Humphrey believes that these views reflect the fact that responsible businesses want to treat customers fairly and to retain their goodwill. The Minister is aware that some, though not all, businesses will in fact honour gift vouchers that are tendered after the expiry date. The Minister is aware that some, and I am sure that many deputies in this House are aware of cases where local businesses have honoured vouchers after the expiry date, and I think that shows the loyalty to the consumer, which of course has to be commended. The bill is about giving certainty to people that their voucher will at a minimum be valid for 5 years. In the United States, for instance, gift vouchers must be valid for at least 5 years under federal law. As a matter of fact, a number of US states provide a complete ban on expiry dates, as do several provinces in Canada. I am pleased to say that the bill also includes provisions that address certain unfair practices which were brought to the Department's attention in consumer responses to the Department's public consultation on gift vouchers. The first of these provisions deals with gift vouchers that require the full value of the voucher to be redeemed in a single transaction. While this is not widespread practice, the Minister is aware of a number of cases where traders impose such a requirement. This department and the Minister believes there is no justification in the Minister's view for such an unfair and anti-consumer practice. This bill prohibits this practice and provides that where a consumer redeems only part of the value of a voucher, the remaining balance is greater than €1, the trader must reimburse the remaining balance by way of cash or another voucher. So, for example, if you have a restaurant voucher for €100 and the cost of your meal comes to, we'll say, €75, the restaurant must give you the remaining balance of €25. They cannot make you use the full voucher in one single transaction or risk losing the balance. The second provision seeks to address cases where the purchaser of a voucher is required to indicate the name of the intended recipient, and we did have a number of issues on that. If the name of the recipient on the voucher differs from the recipient's name as stated, for example, on their passport, the recipient may be precluded from using the voucher. For example, this department recently received a representation from a retired person on a fixed income who was being unable to use €200 worth of vouchers to book flights to visit family and friends in the UK because the family members who purchased their vouchers used the familiar name by which they knew the person rather than the name of the person on the passport. Appeals to the airline to reissue the voucher in the name stated on the passport were unsuccessful. In the Minister's view, this type of restriction on the use of a voucher is manifestly unfair, and she is glad to have the opportunity to tackle it. The bill provides accordingly that where a gift voucher is subject to a requirement that it be used by a named consumer, a trader shall not refuse to accept a gift voucher from a consumer other than the consumer named on the voucher. Additionally, the bill will provide that a trader cannot charge a fee for amending or changing the name of the consumer named on the voucher. The Minister believes the inclusion of these provisions in the bill shows the value of public consultation. Lascan Corla, since there's only one deputy in the House, if you like, I'll cut and allow him to speak because he has come in, and would that be okay? Yeah, I'll try and finish by 5 to give you the film. Okay, thanks. I think it's only fair because he has spoken on this on a number. Well, there's another deputy have to come in now. So, okay. As I was saying, the Minister believes that the inclusion of these provisions in the bill shows the value of public consultation. If deputies are aware of other unfair practices involving gift vouchers, Minister Humphreys would be glad, or the department have details of them, and is willing, where necessary, to introduce amendments to the bill to address such practices. So far, I have been discussing what is in the bill. I must turn now to provision that does not form part of the bill. As deputies may be aware, the scheme of the bill, which the Minister received government approval to draft in June 2018, included a provision authorising the Minister for Business, Enterprise and Innovation to make regulations in relation to fees for the issue of replacement of gift vouchers and for inactive balances on gift vouchers. The latter fees, which range from €140 to €350 per month, are commonly known as dormancy or maintenance fees and apply after 12 months to electronic money gift vouchers such as the One for All and For Me to You gift cards, and to some shopping centre gift cards. Consumers understandably feel that they should be able to redeem gift vouchers at the full face value. While some of these providers may argue that their gift cards are not subject to expiry dates, the fact of the matter is, if you have a gift card for a relatively small amount and approximately €150 is being deducted from it, we'll say up to a period of 12 months, it won't be long before the value of the gift voucher is completely wiped out. And the government believes, in essence, that this is an expiry date by another route. The providers of the regulated electronic money gift vouchers maintain, however, that the cost of providing the additional protections required by law for these products necessitates the imposition of fees. While the Minister remains strongly in favour of regulation of the gift voucher fees in question, a legal issue did emerge in the course of drafting the bill regarding the power proposed for the Minister of Business, Enterprise and Innovation to make regulation fixing these fees. The issue related to the possible encroachment on the regulatory regime of electronic money products. As the Minister did not wish to delay the publication of the bill further, she's decided to omit the provision on the regulation of gift vouchers fees pending the outcome of the regional legal review. If the review, however, concludes that the provision to give the Minister for Business, Enterprise and Innovation power to set certain gift vouchers fees would not involve impermissible or inappropriate double regulation of electronic money gift vouchers, the Minister would propose to reintroduce it at committee or report stage. The fee-setting power proposed for the Minister would be subject to certain conditions, including requirements for prior consultations for fees to be proportionate and the costs incurred by business in supplying the service and gift vouchers for the consumer to be protected. I now wish to turn to the section of the bill set out for what each seeks to achieve. Section 1 refers to the Consumer Protection Act, as I said earlier on, 2007, as the bill's provision will form new Part 4A of that Act. The incorporation of the bill's provisions in 2007 Act means that the comprehensive enforcement regime in Part 5 of the Act will apply to breaches of these provisions. Section 2 provides for the insertion in the 2007 Act of Part 4A, comprising new sections 66A and 66B. Section 66A defines gift vouchers and provides for a number of exclusions for definition. These exclusions relate first to vouchers usable only for the purchase at a discounted price of specific goods or services from a specific trader or traders on a specific date or a specific period of limited duration. They apply secondly to vouchers supplied under a customer loyalty or promotional scheme, and thirdly to vouchers supplied to a customer by way of a refund for goods by a consumer to the trader. It may be necessary to provide for further exclusions by way of amendments to clarify that products such as transport or telephone cards, which would not generally be regarded as gift vouchers, do not come within the scope of the definition. Section 66B provides for the 5-year expiry date for gift vouchers outlined earlier and for the requirement of the trader to inform the consumer of the expiry date, if any, to which the voucher is subject. The section also contains provision addressing unfair practices which first require gift vouchers to be redeemed in full in a single transaction, and secondly, which preclude the use of vouchers because of issues relating to the names of the recipient, of which impose a fee to change or amend the name of the recipient of the voucher. The section also includes offences provisions and definitions of expiry date and, of course, durable medium. Section 3 of the bill provides for consequential amendments to the Consumer Protection Act, and Section 4 contains provisions in the short title and citation of the Act on commencement. Thank you, Laskin Corley.